You know, he's not the loudest guy, but he gets it done. All right. And for us, that works. Boom. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to take another look at the draft. This time we're taking a look at the very first selections under the Jason Garrett era. You know, he's been with the coach here for the Cowboys. The second most tenured coach under Tom Landry. You know, he's number one, obviously, with, you know, tons of years here with the Cowboys, decades. All right, so Jason Garrett, the second most tenured. Right now, he now has 9 draft classes under his belt. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the first selection of each year, and we're going to rate, was it a boom or was it a bust? All right, so was it a good pick or was it a bad pick? So we're going to take a look at each year, each player, and make a determination. You guys are going to let me know which of these guys is your favorite one, possibly. All right, and who's been good, who's been bad. All right, so this is serious cat mo time. All right, so still have that draft vibe in us. You know, it's one of my favorite times of years. You know, it's also a time of reflection, you know, as far as what we're doing now, and you know, what we've done in the past and how we've, you know, set the foundation for current success. And the Cowboys have done really good. You know, they've done really good over the last couple years, and they've done well under Garrett. You know, you can't take that away from him. And no, I'm not saying this is him, but it is a collective effort, and you do tie a coach with the draft class. That's why you see these coaches and GMs getting canned, because they're tied to these picks. All right, so, you know, give the guy some credit. All right, give the guy some credit. So we are going to do that here today. We're going to take a look at these picks. Let me know if it was a boom or bust. All right, a little bit later in the video, I'm going to give you a bonus announcement. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you an announcement, something here I'm going to be doing here for future videos. So, you know, be sure to stick around for that. But for right now, let's get right into this. All right. All right. So let's go into this 2011. All right. All right. So let's get right into this 2011. All right.
11 NFL draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Tyrann Smith, offensive tackle, USC.
Tyrann Smith, the number 9 pick overall. All right. So this pick here, I mean, he's been, you know, Jason Garrett always talks about the cornerstone franchise players. Tyrann Smith was his very first pick in 2011 when he took over, right, his full season as head coach. So what a way to start off. Tyrann Smith, the GOAT, all right? You know, has he lost a little bit here and there? You know, I'm not so sure. You know, he does get some flack here, especially last season or even the season before. He's kind of had some nagging injuries with the back and that kind of thing, but he's been one hell of a player, one tough guy. All right, so this is the kind of players you want on the team, the guys that are gonna fight and battle through, you know, these kinds of injuries that would normally take out mere mortals. All right, that's not the case with Tyrann Smith. This guy is a god. All right, this guy is built from a different cut of cloth, from a different stone, whatever you want to call it. This guy is that. He's been everything, you know, Pro Bowl, All Pro. You know, number 9 pick overall. I mean, this was a no-brainer. Really, this is really what the Cowboys wanted to do. And if you remember in the press conference when Jason Garrett became the head coach of this team, you know, that was one of the hallmarks of that press conference was we want to get back to being physical, running the ball, you know, and open up the passing game and that kind of thing. So what better way than to start with rebuilding the offensive line, and it started right there with Tyrann Smith. All right, for me, this was a knock it out of the park player, home run hit. This is a boom player. All right, so total success on this one. Let's go to the next one, 2012.
With the 6th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Morris Claiborne, defensive back, LSU.
Morris Claiborne, all right, the number 6 pick overall. Cowboys didn't bring him in on a 30 visit. We know that he had the, you know, there was a whole thing about the Wonderlic where he scored a 4 or something like that. Like he didn't really go through the process, but it's because he didn't want to, and it kind of just showed the ethic there wasn't too good, just based on what we found out later on Claiborne. But, you know, marred by injuries, you know, questionable toughness, you know, was he a press corner? I mean, it was he had so much potential, but the injuries really, you know, took him off. Never recovered from it, and even now he's still the same player. You know, still the same player. He went to the Jets. He was the same player, getting burnt, getting beat, penalties, that kind of thing. Missing games. I mean, that pick hurt. That pick hurt, and I think it was a really good lesson for the Cowboys. And you know, for me, the Morris Claiborne pick, you know, kind of set the defense back, especially the secondary. You know, we're still, I mean, you could kind of say we're still recovering from trying to rebuild that secondary. Took us a couple of seasons to really tweak and fix that secondary, and then that pick really set us back a couple of years. You miss on your first round pick, it kind of sets you back a couple of years to recover from it. All right. So for that one, Morris Claiborne, for me, that was a bust pick right there. It wasn't a good one. All right. Let's go to the next one, 2013.
With the 31st pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Travis Frederick, center, Wisconsin.
Travis Frederick, and here in 2013, the number 31 pick overall. Okay, so this was the first year that Will McClay actually took over the draft board, you know. So some of the previous draft classes were under Tom Soskowski, and I think with that Claiborne one and some other misses that they had in the draft, you know, it was just time, you know, that they took it over here. So Will McClay, number 31 pick, yeah, this was a good one here. Travis Frederick, you know, in all honesty, I know I remember this draft pick to the day. A lot of people during this draft, a lot of people wanted a safety or a defensive end. It was kind of similar to this draft that we just had here. All right, so they trade down, so they move all the way down to the 31 pick. You grab a center, not the sexiest pick at all, and to top it off, it's a center. So a lot of fans were grumbling, who the hell is Travis Frederick? A lot of people were saying, including myself. You know, I wasn't on top of my draft game in 2013. I really kicked into gear 2014 and downward. So 2013, it was just kind of like, who the hell is Travis Frederick? You know, and the center, what are we doing? But a very calculated pick, you know, and really your anchor for this, you know, this offensive line, Travis Frederick, you know, really good pick out of Wisconsin. You know, Wisconsin, we know they're a factory for offensive linemen, so really good pick there. For me, Travis Frederick has been everything you want in a center. For years, we're meddling with little one-offs here and there, Phil Costas and these types of players. But Frederick really locked that position down, and we saw what happened when he was out. You know, we heard from that one. Joe Looney, admirable, but not Travis Frederick. All right, let's get that right now. Okay, he's not the same caliber. So Travis Frederick, getting him back is going to be wonders for this offensive line in 2019. All right, okay. So for me, Travis Frederick, boom. All right. Knocked it out of the park. Let's go to 2014.
With the 16th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Zack Martin, guard, Notre Dame.
Zack Martin, baby. Number 16 out of Notre Dame. The college that I follow, man. That's you know, those guys are my boys, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So to get Zack Martin here over Johnny Manziel, that was one. We dodged the bullet, all right? That could have been the death shot there if we would have took Manziel. That could have set us back like 10 years, all right? So thank God for Stephen Jones, all right? We've heard all the stories. Stephen Jones took the card from, or, you know, took it over, you know, took it from Jerry Jones, supposedly, you know? That's an urban legend, you know. Some say that happened, some say it didn't. I'm gonna believe that that's what did happen. So Stephen Jones, over the years, has really taking command of this draft process, and I love it, man. I really do. I like Stephen Jones, the way he's taking care of contracts, the draft, putting Will McClay, trusting in Will McClay, all right? That's good. So Zack Martin there, all pro, hasn't missed any games. I think the only game he missed was last year, but up to that, even through Notre Dame, the Iron Man, all right? The real Iron Man of this team is Zack Martin. He hates missing games, so I love Zack Martin, offensive guard, You know, again, when you look at this, what the Cowboys were doing, Tyrann Smith, Frederick, Zack Martin. Okay, so I think some fans start to realize, okay, these guys are fixing the offensive line and adding a bunch of monsters on this line. You know, guys that are grinding, you know, get in there in the trenches and dominate the hell out of people. So Zack Martin there, that was an awesome pick for me. That's a boom pick, all right? So 2015.
27th pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Byron Jones, defensive back, Connecticut.
Byron Jones, right? The number 27 pick overall, 2015 draft. You know, obviously we know the story with this one. He jumped out the roof in Indianapolis at the Combine. Cowboys fell head over heels with this one here. He was one of those players where, okay, well, where are we going to put him? Is he going to be a cornerback? Is he, you know, because we have Claiborne, we have Brandon Carr. Where's he gonna go? All right, is he sturdy enough? Is he big enough to play safety? Okay, so they dabbled with stuff here and there, cornerback, safety, you know, switching back and forth. Safety was not his spot. All right, he's not built for the safety position. All right, Byron just is not one of those tackling kind of players. All right, he's not gonna look for the contact. He's not. All right. So moving him back to corner last season under Chris Richard, you know, really revived, you could say, his career. All right, so I think he's going to set himself up for a really big payday if he has another season like he did this one. He is coming off of surgery, however. So how will that affect him? Will he be ready to go in 2019? There's a possibility he may not be able to start, you know, the season with week 1. They're already talking about that. So Byron Jones, you know, has been a role player here for the Cowboys. You know, his availability has been one of his greatest strengths. Okay, so you got to give him that, all right? And he can cover. All right, there's no doubt about that. Byron Jones can cover, and he's always going to be there for you. You can count on him. So has he been a boom? Has he been a bust? All right, he's not a bust. All right, we know Byron Jones isn't a bust. Is he a boom player for you? All right, this is where I think the conversation can kind of lean towards. Is he a boom player? Is he a good player? Where do you guys have him? For me, Byron Jones, is he a boom player? For me, he's not. All right, and you guys have been following the channel. I just haven't been the biggest fan of the player. I just don't see him being as the most physical player out there with the shoulder tackles and, you know, missing some things here and there. I do like Byron Jones though. Let's get that right. All right, let's get that straight. I do like Byron Jones, but I think there's just a little piece there that you're missing there with him with the physical play. But he's a good player. I like him. He's not a bust. He's not a boom player for me though. But let me know what you guys think about him. All right. So good pick. Let's go to 2016.
With the 4th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Ezekiel Elliott, running back, Ohio State.
Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke. All right, the number 4 pick overall. Kind of covered this on the last video. Zeke, when we drafted him, I was ecstatic about the player. You know, he's a generational running back, and Stephen Jones has already acknowledged in an interview even months ago that they've already allocated paying Ezekiel Elliott. He's on that caliber of Gurley. For me, he's better than Gurley. All right, that's another thing. Let's be real here, man. All right, Gurley's kind of beat up. He's got bad knees, arthritis now, probably microfracture. They're just trying to hide it. All right, they go out and draft them. Well, anyway, we're talking about our boss here, Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, man, the beast, the legend, the workhorse, the Ferrari, whatever you want to call him. You see pictures of him training right now? This guy's cut. He's ripped. Let's cut the crap out about him being fat and looking fat just because of the clothes he's wearing, all right? He's not, you know, he's not. This guy, he's all business, man. He's looking for that payday, man, and he's not going to screw this thing up. He's not. He's ready. He's been ready. So Ezekiel Elliott, he will get paid. He will be a Cowboy for life. He's not going anywhere. Cowboys have done a good job getting insurance players in place with Tony Pollard and Mike Weber, and Darius Jackson is also in the mix. And not to mention maybe even next season, who knows what they do there. But Ezekiel Elliott, he's your ace back. He's not going anywhere. And without him, this offense will struggle. So let's hope he can stay healthy, take some of that load off though with some of these guys you drafted, and mix it up. All right, let's be dangerous again on offense. All right, let's not be predictable. So Ezekiel Elliott, boom. All right, no doubt. He's one of the biggest boom players of the Jason Garrett era draft classes. All right, so what do you guys think of that pick there? Let me know. Let's go to 2017. Taco Charlton, all right, number 28 pick overall. We are approaching the year that is going to be big for him. You know, the third year. You know, everybody knows the third year. What do you do in the third year? If it's the same old, it's going to be a bust. You know, right now, I'm not giving up on Taco. I haven't. I've been a really good supporter of Taco. You know, he's shown a lot of good flashes, man, in preseason. You know, I don't know if it's an issue with the coaching staff or what it is. There's something behind the scenes there that we're not privy to. All right, we know that. But Taco Charlton, he's coming in year 3. Has he been boom or bust? And, you know, some people will automatically come out and say he's been a bust. He's been a bust, and it's hard to argue against that. Has he been a boom player? No, he has not been a boom player. Has he been a good player? It's almost like to be determined, but at this stage of the game, you shouldn't have to be, you know, guessing either way. So that one there, this is the year for Taco, 2019 or bust for me. All right, if nothing happens this year, then yes, for me, certified. All right, let me know what you guys think about that one there. All right, let's go to 2018.
With the 19th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Layton Van Duren, linebacker, Boise State.
Layton Van Duren, the number 19 pick overall. This was last year's first-round pick. All right, so there was a lot of conversation leading up to this. Other linebackers that were in play, other positions that were in play. Some people wanted Calvin Ridley. Some people wanted DJ Moore, a receiver, a different linebacker, Rashaan Evans, what have you. All right. You know, you kind of think about Boise State and like, what, a linebacker out of Boise State? I don't know. And then you hear about the neck issue and that kind of thing. That thing never became anything. Mike Mack had, you know, pie on his face for even bringing that up, you know, during the draft time. So Layton Van Duren, you know, he's been a knockout hit for me, man. I mean, some players, you don't have to wait the third year. Some players that come out and you're like, holy crap, this guy's legit. Layton Van Duren is that guy for me, all right? You see him when he gets on the field and take over for Sean Lee, and Sean Lee's getting better, and you're like, no, man, leave Layton Van Duren in there. This guy's making plays, interceptions, pressure, you know, taking tight ends out of coverage, you know, batting passes down. This guy's all over the place, sideline to sideline. Everything that you saw him do at Boise State, when you took a closer look, he did it at the next level. Shedding defenders, did a better job of that. You know, he didn't do so much of a good job there at Boise State of shedding and moving it and you know, getting to the runner. But I think under Ben Bloom, all right, let's give big credit to Ben Bloom. You know, everybody likes Matt Eberflus, but Ben Bloom, I think, has been one hell of a coach here and one guy that you got to watch here to be that next guy that could take over as a DC or, you know, even a head coaching position. This guy is going to be something, all right? Hopefully the Cowboys can hold on to him. He has really done a magnificent job with these linebackers, with LVE, with Jalen Smith, all right? Jalen Smith had a really good, hell of a season in 2018. I can't wait to see what they do this season. So I love it. I love Ben Bloom as a position coach at linebacker. Super underrated, but start to recognize him, right? I think the NFL will become more aware of him and fans as well, all right? Ben Bloom, a badass position coach. All right, so boom or bust for me. LVE sure the hell looks like a boom player for me, all right? It's 1 year only. Let's see if he can duplicate that and not have a sophomore slump. So for me, I'm leaning towards boom. All right, he looks like he's a good player. So I like that pick. Let's go to 2019.
With the 58th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tristan Hill, defensive tackle, UCF.
Tristan Hill, all right. The 58 overall pick. We didn't have the first round pick. We traded it to the Raiders, so you get Tristan Hill, the defensive tackle. This is going to be to be determined, all right. He has, on paper, he has everything you want. You know, the quick get off. You know, the first one off the snap. You know, making plays in the backfield, putting pressure on the quarterback. You know, on the way to stopping the defender. He's that 3-tech under tackle that Rod Marinelli has been coveting for a long time, and he's been really modest about, you know, having the Cowboys, you know, draft this high for him. You know, he's usually trying to mold later round guys. Cowboys, I think, we're like, okay, that's enough. Let's get this guy a legit player. Tristan Hill, number 58, boom or bust. You can't say right now. Let's see how he looks. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm pulling for him all the way. You know, we need this guy. We need him to be the player. We need him to take over that role where Malik Collins cannot stay healthy. We need him to be that. Okay, so let's see what happens with this guy this season and moving forward. Okay, and as a bonus,
The Dallas Cowboys select Amari Cooper, wide receiver, Alabama.
Amari Cooper, the number 27 pick. Now, I know this guy wasn't a draft pick. This is just something to have fun with, but you some people do count him as a first round pick, you know, that we drafted him. All right, we gave the pick for him. We didn't draft him, but you know, some people do count him as part of that 2019 draft class. All right, so I wanted to just, you know, give a shout out to that, to the you know, the executives there, you know, Will McClay again, you know, and analyzing the players and how they fit into the scheme and into the locker room. All right, Will McClay said that's a big part of it. You know, you're looking at all angles. All right, the football character. All right, coming out of Alabama, that was one of the biggest things of Amari Cooper, the football character. How could he not work out there in Oakland? Who knows? John Gruden is a different kind of cat. All right, so he likes a certain kind of personality, certain kind of thing. Is it Amari Cooper's, you know, temperament? You know, he's not the loudest guy, but he gets it done. All right, and for us, that works. Boom! All right, Amari Cooper, this guy, he basically almost single-handedly saved this season. All right, we're not going to give him all the credit, but man, he really helped out that 2018 season. Right. The Cowboys knew it, the fans knew it, the committee. That thing just wasn't getting it done, all right? And you couldn't lean everything on Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, he does only so much, all right? He does only so much for you. You still got to have that ace wide receiver, all right? You really do. You got to have that guy. You got to have it. And what a pick, man. What a pick. The beautiful route running, the feet, man. Really is what, you know, bounces off the screen when you look at the guy. And he can turn. He breaks ankles, literally. We saw what he did to the Eagles. You know, took out guys, never came back to the game, literally breaking ankles. So what an amazing trade there. 2019, all right, Amari Cooper. All right, so what do you guys think of Jason Garrett, the era? Okay, his first selections: Tyrann Smith, Claiborne, Frederick, Travis, Frederick, Zack Martin. I'm melding players, huh? Byron Jones, Zeke, Taco, Layton, Tristan. Let me know what you guys think of these picks. All right, and now for my announcement here that I'm doing. I will be doing another playlist here for card breaks. You know, you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I love football cards and opening packs and just looking for those Cowboys players. You know, I like to collect them. So I will have videos of that posted on here. I know some guys, you know, aren't into that, but please give those videos some likes and some views. You know, even if you want to click play and walk off and do whatever, as long as it's playing, it helps out, man. It helps the channel out, all right? So those videos will help, especially through the dead zone. We're coming up on that. But that's all I have right now, guys. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you for the next video, guys. Peace.